Welcome to Java tutorial for beginners part 4. In this video, we are going to learn about control statements in Java. Today's learning motto: the expert in anything was once a beginner. Let's move. Control statements in Java. A control statement in Java is a statement that determines whether the other statements or instructions will be executed or not based on some conditions or some logic. Let's see the definition. Control statements is used to control the flow of execution of program depending upon some values and logic. Then types of control statements. There are three types of control statements in Java. First one is decision making statement, which is also known as conditional statements. Second one is iteration statements, which is also known as looping statements. Last one is jump statement. In this video, we are going to learn about the decision making statement alone. We can learn other two types of control statements in the upcoming videos. Next, decision making statement. Decision making statement is a control statement which is used to control the flow of program based on some condition. Like if condition is true, then that block will be executed. If condition is false, then that block will not execute. Decision making statement includes four types of statements: if statement, if else statement, nested if statement, switch statement. First, we can deal with if statement. If statement will execute block of statement only if the condition is true. Here you can see the example block diagram. Here you can see the example block diagram. The diamond shape always represents conditional block. Here, if that condition evaluates to true, then the block of statement will execute. Otherwise, it directly goes to the end of code. Syntax for using this if statement: if condition and then the block of statement inside the curly braces. Next, if else statement. Here, if condition is true, one set of instructions will execute. If condition is false, another set of instructions will be executed. Now you can see the example block diagram. Here, the diamond shape always represents a conditional block. If the condition is true, it will execute block 1, else it will execute block 2. Syntax for using this if else statement: if condition and block 1 statement and else inside else block 2. Next, nested if statement. It means an if statement inside an if statement. Yes, Java allows us to nest if statements within if statements. If none of the condition is true, then the final else statement will be executed. Here we can see the example block diagram. The diamond shape represents a decision shape, which is a conditional block. If it is true, it will execute block 1, else it will move to the next condition. If that condition is true, it will execute block 2. So if none of the condition is true, it will execute final block of statement, which is block 3. Now we can see the syntax for this nested if statement. If condition, then block 1 statements, then else if condition, then block 2 statements, finally else statement. Finally, switch statement. Switch statement is a multi-way branch statement. It provides an easy way to transfer the execution to different parts of code based on the value of the expression. Now we can see the example block diagram. Here we can see the block diagram. First, it will evaluate this expression. Then based on the result of this expression, it will execute the statement. Then we can see the syntax for using this switch expression. Switch statement can have an optional default case also, which must appear at the end of the switch statement. The default case can be used for performing a task when none of the cases is true. No break statement is needed in the default case. Thank you. In the next video, we can learn about iteration statements or looping statements in Java. This video is also available in Tamil language in this channel's playlist.